So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Regular Fellas, 1941. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. This is going to be another cult cinema classics, free public domain movie. I thought it was pretty bad. I couldn't really follow the story. Something about a bunch of kids trying to build an underwater motorized wooden thingamabobber. And then we've got some baby kidnapping. I don't know. This is a PRC movie, which kind of explains why it is so bad. It's got Carl Alfalfa Switzer from our gang. Regular Fellas is a 1941 U.S. comedy film directed by Arthur Dreyfuss and starring Billy Lee, Carl Alfalfa Switzer, and Sarah Patton. It was based on the comic strip of the same name. Former Silence star Marguerite Delamont appears in a supporting role. All right. Well, that interview guy got back to me, and he wants me to redo my last video, of course, but he's not telling me how to improve it. All right. It's a 5.2 out of 10, so sort of lukewarm rating on IMDb, but only 86 ratings. Somewhat obscure flick. Regular Fellas, 1941, 1 hour long. I thought the YouTube version was 1 hour, 4 minutes. A cranky grandmother gains a deeper appreciation of adolescence after her own grandchildren help thwart a local robbery. Is that even accurate? That storyline? More like this redhead. This film's earliest documented telecast was scheduled Saturday, April 21st, 1945, on New York City's pioneer television station, WNBT Channel 1. It was rescheduled Saturday, April 28th, 1945, implying that there may have been a problem with the originally scheduled telecast. In Cincinnati, it first aired Sunday, April 11th, 1948, on WLWT Channel 4. In St. Louis, Saturday, April 24th, 1948, on KSD Channel 5 in Detroit. Wednesday, February 2nd, 1949, on WXYZ Channel 7 in Washington, D.C. Monday, March 28th, 1949, on WMAL Channel 7 in Chicago, April 23rd, 1949, on WGN Channel 9 in Albuquerque, Saturday, May 28th, 1949, on KOB Channel 4, and on the West Coast in Los Angeles, Saturday, December 10th, 1949, on KECA Channel 7. This was edited into the Our Gang Story, 1994. The soundtracks: Regular Fellas by Ethel Meglin and Dean Hammond. Here's a much higher rating from Tavim, dated June 22nd, 2015 on IMDb. Tavim's giving it a 7 out of 10. The title of the review from Tavim on IMDb is Regular Fellas was Carl Alfalfa Switzer's first post-Our Gang film. just watched this on YouTube. It was based on a comic strip by Gene Burns that I wish I knew about but have never read through. I knew it was about a kid gang having fun like the R Gang kids in the movie. Speaking of them, among the members here are a former member of OG and Carl Alfalfa Switzer. In fact, he sings badly here as he did there to hilarious effect. That was about the only funny scene. I only laughed a couple times in this movie. Also in this gang are Billy Lee, who was in the OG short Mike Fright as a tap dancer, as well as Henry Spike Lee here, credited as Jerry Wilson, who was an extra in various of those shorts, and the guy who plays Puddinhead, Malcolm Hutton here, who was previously in Peck's Bad Boy at the Circus, which also featured Spanky McFarland, who was in between stints in OG at the time. There are some funny gaps. The majority of the film concerns a missing man and the wife, baby, and mother he left behind. No great shakes, but Regular Fellas is pretty enjoyable for what it was. I thought it was pretty boring and uninteresting, actually. So this Blondie gal is married. Her husband disappears. And then her mother-in-law wants to take the baby away. But then some crooks come to rob the mother-in-law's house, and guess who comes to the rescue? Should I put all these names in here? Malcolm Hutton? Henry Spike Lee? Yeah, I better put those names in. Well, I'll add them later. No, I'll put them in now. Billy Lee? All right. We'll do Billy Lee. Henry Spike Lee. Also known as Puddinhead. All right. So I put Billy Lee and Henry Spike Lee, aka Puddinhead, in the credits. I guess they were involved with our gang, but I wasn't aware until just now because there's very little information about this movie on Wikipedia. It only has 86 ratings on IMDb. Not too many people know about this. It's a PRC lame attempt at comedy that hardly anybody knows about, except for diehard Our Gang fans, I guess. Cool. Well, I reviewed another old cult cinema classics. I'm trying to get Professor Quiz to comment on my videos. That's why I've got so many of these oldies from the 30s and 40s. In my more recent reviews, I'm trying to get Professor Quiz involved into my videos again, making recommendations, telling me what's good and what's bad from many decades ago, many from previous century. And yeah. So I'll wait for that. Let's go down my list, shall we? Shall I tell you what's coming down the pike so I can get this review over 10 minutes? Well, I'm going to take a little nappy poo, try to get another movie review in or two. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how long my nap takes. I slept in until 9 o'clock in the morning. It was, or maybe it was 8 o'clock. Yeah, I guess it was 8 o'clock. So I got about 11 hours of sleep, pretty decent for a Friday night. Even though it was a holy day of obligation yesterday, I took my son to see Father Matzah, some weird Novus Ordite celebration in Belmont. And then we bumped into Father Cameron. That was pretty cool. We like Father Matzah and Father Cameron. They are much more friendly than the people at the Star of the Sea in San Francisco. Those people are just vicious and vindictive. All right. So next movie is End of Days, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jaws: The Revenge, 1987, and The Package, 1989. So those are my next three. Laters.